Hey, good afternoon, and thank you for joining us once again. This is the Shy Rise Show, brought to you by the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, Thursdays at 5:30 on CAN TV, and thank you again for joining us. Such a wonderful Thursday out here. This is my guest, Romello. All right, my man Romello on the scene, here to join us today and tell us about the wonderful happenings in the art world. Thank you for joining us, Romello.
Thank you, Neuri, for having me.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And as always, I always have to remind you that we are the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, located at 7039 South Wentworth Avenue. All right, our website is www.englewoodenterprisegallery.com, and you can always reach us at our email at enterprisegallery@gmail.com. That is enterprisegallery@gmail.com. Once again, thank you for joining us. It's just a blessing to always wake up and see a new day and to be able to do beautiful and creative things. I'm your host, Neuri Medina. This is my man, Romello. I'm going to make it real quick. I'm not going to get long-winded today because we actually have many guests that we would like to have show you awesome things and what's happening around us. My man, Romello, is here joining us, and he is here to tell us a little bit about himself, about his company, Mello Drama.
That's correct.
All right. Is that entertainment or melodrama?
It's
what?
melodrama.
Okay, melodrama. All right. And he's here to tell us about an up-and-coming art exhibition that everybody should get the opportunity to come check out when they get the opportunity. So, Romello, what's the name of this art exhibition, my brother?
The name of this art exhibition is called American Justice, She Ain't Blind.
Okay.
It's an exhibition that showcases around over 30 artists, titled around the justice system and bringing forth the creativity around Chicago.
Yes. Yes.
So it's July 21st.
Okay.
At the Jazz Foundation, 2635 South Wabash, and they can check out our site online for more details.
Okay, the website online. Now, what is that website address? I'm going to pull it up so you can see what's happening on the website, but maybe you can give me that website address while we're talking about it right
It's
now.
American Justice. That's AMERICAN. Racialized Justice, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Racializedjustice.com. So
Racializedjustice.com. RACIALIZEDJUSTICE.com. All right, racialized justice. Now, what we see now is this some of the pieces that we may see.
This is one of the art pieces.
Okay.
All of the pieces that are on the website are by artists who Stanley Stalwer, who is the creator of this exhibit, picked out, especially commissioned for most of those for most of this exhibit.
Okay. That's awesome. That's awesome. Exploring racialized American justice. So are they dealing with artists of many different races, or
we are dealing with a number of artists from different backgrounds that are part of this exhibit, and all of them from all over. So not just Chicago, but predominantly most of the artists are here from Chicago that are in this show.
Okay.
We wanted to definitely work with the artists here to kind of give them an opportunity to showcase their material in this particular exhibit and how the justice system affects them as people of color.
That's interesting. Once again, this is the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, and this is some heavy discussion. As a matter of fact, if anybody out there in TV land would like to call in and maybe ask any questions, or they might have their own racialized justice story that they might like to share with us, I think many people, especially people of color, you know, whatever colors those may be, I'm sure we had some type of story of us dealing with the hands of justice and the long arm of the law. But that is awesome that, once again, what we like to promote on the Shy Rise Show and at the Englewood Enterprise Gallery is our ability to be creative, use imagery, and to tell our story. You know, that's an important thing. A lot of people don't feel like they have the opportunity to be heard out here. And if more people engaged in art and creativity, they would probably feel better about being received by the world. You know, it's a powerful thing to get some stuff off your chest, especially through arts and creativity. Now, your company, Mello Drama. Why don't you tell me more about Mello Drama?
Well, Mello Drama is a company that represents artists of all backgrounds. We focus on talent management and consulting We try to work with the artists on branding their career, their ideas, things like that, to take their artistry to the next level.
Yes.
That's pretty much it.
Yes, yes, yes. That's another thing that we always like to promote, and that's why it was important for me to network with you, bro. Because I know we've seen each other out on the scene, and I see you pretty heavy in the art world. And you know, it's important that we encourage artists to take their art and their passion and their creativity and see how we can monetize it. You know, how can we professionalize it, brand it, and see how we can get a few dollars flowing with that art and creativity. You know, a lot of people don't recognize the value in what they have, and being able to brand yourself and put a price on your skills and your creativity, you have to create value for yourself in order to be able to do that. You know, but I really like what you're doing, bro. We also have a special treat today. We have a couple of artists from the exhibition who have taken some time out of their busy schedule to come out and join us, so I'm really looking forward to this. But before we get to that, as always, we are the Englewood Enterprise Gallery. I know I said that 100 times already, but I always like to share with you some of the great stuff we're doing at the gallery. A picture is worth 1,000 words, so I like to give you a visual of some of the things that the Englewood Enterprise Gallery does for the community and the things that we do at the gallery and in Chicagoland. So check it out. Feel free to call in 312-738-1060. The show is live, so enjoy. Thank you much. All right. Yeah, I always love that commercial. I like to share it when we're airing the show because it gives you a snapshot of all the wonderful things that we have going on at the gallery. And yes, I do have yet another guest. All right. And this is Miss Dana Todd Pope.
Thank
right?
you.
All right. It's such a pleasure, Miss Pope.
Good to meet
I
you as
appreciate
well.
you joining us. All right. So you are one of the artists involved with
racialized justice.
Racialized Justice. I didn't want to mess it up, okay? I'm sorry.
Well, the
Racialized Justice.
The creator of the show, he also calls it Black Man Blues. Like that's kind of a behind the scenes name.
Okay,
So,
I didn't know that. Wow. Plus, she ain't blind.
Yes,
right?
exactly.
Racialized Justice or American Justice, she ain't blind.
Yes.
And you can also get more information at racializedjustice.com. The exhibition is coming up. What's the date on the exhibition again?
July 21st.
July 21st. Cool.
I should know that.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's all right. It's all right. I know you're a heavy artist. You moving around the country. Just
Yeah.
a little bit that you've shared with me. You making moves. As a matter of fact, you got something coming down the pipeline like at the end of this week, right?
Yeah, I'm going to Essence Music Festival for the second time down in New Orleans, Louisiana.
Okay. For the second time. It must have been good the first time.
Yeah, it was.
Cool. Yeah, actually, I used to live in Louisiana, down in Baton Rouge. So I done made many trips back and forth to New Orleans, Baton Rouge. It's just a great place to be, real rich in culture. And it's also a very artistic place.
Yeah, I couldn't live there though.
Really?
The food is too good.
Okay,
I would be 800 pounds.
It's all right. Now let me ask you, based off of being in Chicago and being down there, what do you think about the cultural scene in New Orleans versus the Chicago cultural scene?
It's so funny you ask. I did the New Orleans Jazz Festival last year, and my husband and I were walking around the streets of New Orleans, and we saw a cop with a beer bottle on top of the cop car. And we were like, oh, how rude. Someone just left a beer bottle on the cop car. And then we said something to the cop, and he looked at us crazy, and then he grabbed the beer bottle and took a swig. So I was like, oh, okay, this is not Chicago.
Was that in the French Quarters or somewhere? Or what?
Yes, actually it was the French Quarter, yes.
Yeah, I think the police there, they probably have to keep a beer bottle so that they look official down there. But yeah, that is interesting. Cool. So that's Essence Fest, and what is that, 4th of July weekend?
Yes, June 30th through the July 2nd.
Okay, awesome. Now, racialized justice or American justice, She Ain't Blind. What type of piece did you?
That's my piece.
That's your piece right there. Hold on. What? It's funny how stuff happened. I brought it up and it popped up on the computer. That is awesome. I guess maybe there ain't no pause button on that little scrolling feature right there. Mm-hmm. But that is nice. Okay. So was that a young lady?
Yeah, it was a young lady kind of standing up to a police officer.
Okay.
My mother always comments on women wearing earrings. So when I leave the house without earrings, I feel naked. I can hear her voice, Dana, put your earrings on. So the name of that piece is Where Your Earrings At. And it's basically speaking to Sandra Bland getting pulled over. When my mom and I watched the video together, first thing she said was she wasn't wearing earrings. He thought she was a man. And that was the whole reason she got pulled over.
Wow.
And that happens a lot. I've had cops kind of peek in the car to see if I was a guy or a girl. And once they realized I was a girl, they kept going. But I know for a fact my earrings have saved me, from being pulled over by the police. And who knows where it could escalate from there. So
that is amazing. That's a very interesting dynamic and something that I've never heard before.
Really?
Well, I mean, I know, being a brother, as some would call it, I didn't have my dealings with the law.
Yeah.
And I know how it is for brothers sometimes looking intimidating, and things like that. But it's interesting to hear a woman or a sister say that she may look like a brother and thus she might look intimidating, or whatever their view or profile is of the black man versus the black woman, and how we get interacted with. It is interesting to be, have somebody expose it, so man, that is. But it's so much that goes on with the justice system and disparities, and really from its real inception. And I'm sure it takes a lot of research, but if I'm not mistaken, I do believe that the penal system itself is a byproduct of the slave institution.
It absolutely
and
is.
In actuality, the institution of slavery was never outlawed, but it was marginalized for people who are criminals. Those are the people who could be put into forced servitude or be detained and all that other stuff.
For a profit.
Yes, for a profit. Private prison enterprises and all of that other stuff that many corporate organizations that we are very aware of and even patronize invest in because it's big money. To the point that I think there's one of the biggest prison industrial organizations in the country has been going around suing different states because the states put together some type of contract. And of course, you got to fact check this. I ain't trying to portray this as no fake news or nothing like that. But so Google it, you know what I mean? But I've heard it, they've been suing states because the states pretty much reneged on the idea that they can keep certain prisons at like 80% capacity. The prisons are falling below capacity, and the company that is running prisons in different states, they have been suing the states because they haven't been keeping the number of prisoners that they, But it's just interesting.
The reason why owing money, like, you can be arrested if you owe, like, someone a certain amount of money. That law came into place in the South. It's a documentary called Slavery by Another Name on PBS. So check that out. It's amazing. It tells you about the whole prison industrial complex. But it tells you how that law came into being so that they could round up black people. Say, oh, you owe such and such $50. Put them in jail. And
Is
then
that like
way
debt slavery?
No.
No, that's
So
something
the
different,
state
huh?
could get paid for their labor.
Wow.
A lot of them didn't even go through the system. They just went straight into the prisons.
Wow. Wow.
No court, nothing.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing. But there are many byproducts of plantation lifestyle and the slave institution. And a lot of people like to forget that type of stuff, you know. But I do believe when we get to talking about justice and racial disparities, you know, you can't dwell on the past, but, you know, you cannot neglect an important milestone or aspect of your collective history as well. But, you know, that's just what I think, you know what I mean? You know, it's just my opinion. But once again, as I always have to share, so, you know, to continue to remind our viewers who we are, this is the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, and this is the Shy Ride Show, and we are located at 7039 South Wentworth Avenue. You can always check out our website at www.englewoodenterprisegallery.com, and please reach us by email at enterprisegallery@gmail.com. Yes, wow, this is an awesome show. I really appreciate all of y'all coming down and checking us out and telling us more about the American Justice exhibition that is coming up, exploring racialized American justice. You know, we got more people need to be talking about this. And I don't believe it. We might have a caller on the line. I think I hear a phone ringing in the distance. Do we have a caller on the line? Maybe it was my imagination.
No, not at all.
Okay, all right. There we go, caller. We in the house.
Conversation. Okay, but I want to switch it back to something right quick. I'd like to ask the young lady and any other artists that you're going to have on this evening, are they putting their art on T-shirts, postcards, calendars, on any other thing other than the medium that so far that I've just seen on here? I haven't been to the gallery, so I don't know what else is available, but I was just curious. Do you all, you know,
Absolutely.
you do?
Yes, I
That
do.
picture that he showed with the lady. So that picture that he showed with the lady with her, that you said was she could wear your earrings. You have that on a T-shirt or something?
It will be. It's not right now because the show is upcoming. The goal is to sell the main piece, and then we'll work on selling prints and T-shirts and other items related.
Maybe you can tell us more about your company and your website before, you know, we move to the next artist, so that people that would like to connect with you and follow you on social media, website, and any of that, we can give them all of that vital information. And thank you, caller, because that is very important.
Absolutely. My name is Dana Todd Pope. So I always say, if Dana Plato and Todd Bridges met the Pope, that's my name, basically. So remember that. And
I like it.
my website is danatoddpope.com.
Okay.
And you'll notice I have a lot of children's items. I really don't have a whole lot of social justice pieces, but I am known for creating works of art for children, specifically African-American children. And I have posters, T-shirts, bags, pillows, a lot of things. So, and I'll be at Essence Festival next week as well. And you can also catch my work at American Justice, She Ain't Blind.
Yes, American Justice, She Ain't Blind. And that will be July 21st
Yes.
at the Jazz Foundation.
Yes.
2635 South Wabash. Got you. Cool, that is awesome. Man, this is a hot show. It's just so heavy. I love talking about arts and culture and all of that wonderful stuff, and I really appreciate you joining us, Miss
Thank you
Dana
for
Todd
having
Pope.
me.
I'm going to check out that website to see, you know, what else you got going on. And also, I would like to share yet another short video with you all so that you can see some of the more yet awesome things that we have going on at the Englewood Enterprise Gallery. All right. All right, yeah, that was a hot paint party that we had going on at the gallery. You can find out more about that at www.englewood.enterprisegallery.com. All right, and once again, thank you for joining us. This is the Shy Rise Show, and I got yet another hot artist joining us. This is my man Eddie. What's going on, Eddie? How you feeling, bro? Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed.
Happy to be here.
Yeah, now Eddie is working with the American Justice She Ain't Blind exhibition.
Yes.
All right.
21st.
Yes. So, man, tell us a little bit more about yourself, Eddie, as an artist, and what's the impact that you're making in the universe right now, my brother?
Oh, I love that. So I am 26 years old. I tell people that all the time because they don't believe it. So I'm 26 years old. I started off doing graphic design.
Yes.
For other companies such as Leaders, Fat Tiger, a lot of the boutiques in Chicago.
Cool.
And then 2 years ago, I kind of wanted to do infinite art. Well, that's what I called it. I started to call it infinite art, and I started to do it, and it started to pick up traction. So I just started to, I made it a living, and then I picked up, brung a team along.
Yes.
And we just, made it happen. So art,
Cool.
art is me, and it's everything to me.
Cool. I like that, bro. I like that. So, about how many pieces do you have in American Justice?
I have two. And
Okay.
there, one is called In a Sense, which is INASES. Wait, did I spell that right? INASENSE.
Okay.
In a Sense, and then the other one is In a Sense. So it's like
Okay.
Innocence. And it's based off of the creator, Stan.
Okay.
And the guy he was into the situation with. I sat down with both of them and talked to them as far as the situation, so I wanted to capitalize on what they wanted to get out, because with my art, it's very animated and it's really colorful, but it also speaks to pain and like frustration and hurt. So I kind of wanted to like give people like, oh, this is colorful, this is cool, but it also really speaks to what they were going through at those times in the situation. So
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, were you telling me earlier that you just opened a new gallery or studio or something
yes,
like
a
that, bro?
creative space on
Okay.
18th and Grand,
18th and
1822
Grand.
West Grand. Yes.
Wow.
I just opened it. Super exciting. I'll be doing my next showcase there in August, which is called Infinite Escape, because
Okay.
the studio is called Escape Studio. So I kind of want to
Okay.
roll that into that and see what happens, man.
Yes,
It's exciting.
yes,
it's an
yes.
exciting time, man. in the
That's
city.
awesome. Man, I'm impressed, bro, because you say you're 26, right? And people don't believe it, huh?
No, they don't.
You
I
seem
think it's
to
the
be-
facial hair, maybe. Maybe it's all this stuff that's going on.
Yeah, but you probably, you don't have the persona of the average 26-year-old. You don't appear to be, you see the brothers, they look like they misguided at that young age,
Yeah.
So it's always refreshing to see some young brothers like yourself, as well as Romello. You know what I mean?
Bless.
I love to see young brothers that they got their hair screwed on tight. They got their business game on point, because that's critical. I believe that business and entrepreneurship and our ability to pretty much, make money for ourselves. A lot of our people, our survival, are going to depend on that. I do have a job, and it's a blessing to have, because I'm a skilled person in many different ways. But when I'm in between jobs, I'm never unemployed, because I'm self-employed.
Consistently,
And
man.
to be at a young age and recognize the importance of that, I applaud it. I'm interested in seeing and knowing, how old were you, or at what point in your life were you able to convert your creativity as a hobby over to your creativity as a business?
Well, actually, that's a cool story. I was 19 years old.
Cool.
Barely graduated out of high school because I was like, peer pressure, high school. You want to fit in, be cool, all that stuff. So I didn't necessarily know what I wanted to do
Yes.
when I graduated. And my mom was like, you have to do something. This Kennedy King is up the street. Get a job, but you can't just sit here and do nothing. So I was like, all right. I did Kennedy King for a couple semesters. I took up visual communication, and it was the one thing that I did that everything else was like quiet. It kind of just like silenced the outside.
The visual
And I
communication.
got lost in it. Yeah, which is graphic design.
Okay.
And I got lost in it, and it was like I can work on it consistently for hours and days, and just when I come out of it, but oh, what time is it? You know what I mean? So it was something that helped me escape, and
Yeah.
I fell in love with it. And once I realized that I could make money from it too, it was like, all right, this is what I'm gonna do for the rest of my life. So in 2009, I started a clothing line with some friends of mine, and now we're here.
Cool. That is awesome, man. I like that, bro.
Yes,
Keep
sir.
up the good work.
Trying. Man.
I did have another question. Let me see, what was it? This kind of slipped my mind. Oh, now once again, what are the names of your companies and your website.
Okay, so my marketing company is Blank Canvas.
Blank Canvas, got you. Cool.
That's my marketing company. We specialize in marketing small businesses. Like we just did something with Harold's, the first company to ever collaborate officially with Harold's. Did something with the 1 out of 4 black-owned brewing companies in the world. We just did something with them.
4 in the world.
1 out of 4
And
black-owned.
y'all did something with one of them.
Yes, and
4
it's downtown,
in the world.
It's called Vice District. Yep, and we
Vice
did
District is wow,
black-owned.
interesting.
Yes. So it's
I gotta
like
go get
cool
one
stuff.
now.
Like go check them out, man. They're super dope. And
Yeah.
and also my art company, which
Okay.
is called Infinite Deception.
Okay.
Art company.
Yes.
And my site, To the Infinite.
To the
Infinite
Infinite.
meaning youth,
Okay.
because I look at youth as being like, forever thing, an infinite thing, and they're gonna be what comes underneath us and things like that.
Yes.
I kind of got the Pac mentality right now. That's kind of like why I have on these clothes and all that stuff. Like he's been a real inspiration to me.
Soldier mind state. That's what's up.
God, yes.
That's
So,
what's up.
Yeah, that's a little bit about my companies and like what I do. And if you guys want to check in at my workout, to theinfinite.com, which is TOTHEINFINITE.com.
Okay, cool. I sure appreciate that. Now, before we do get off, I did want to ask you about the gentleman that spearheaded the American Justice exhibition. Maybe you can tell me a little bit about him before we wrap up.
Well, to me, man, one thing that I took away from the sit down with him is resilience.
Yes.
And how your life can be amazing, and you're walking up the street and the sun is shining and there's butterflies and all these cool things, and then like at the drop of a hat everything can change, but don't change who you are. You know what I mean? Like stay true to who you are, and I learned that from him. We had like a legit serious conversation, me, him, and the other guy who I did another piece on. So I just took resilience, man, and just and stand up and integrity.
Yes.
And thank you for that.
Yes.
I put that in me, you know what I'm saying? It's instilled in me.
Yes.
From him.
Yes.
Thank you,
Most
Stan.
definitely. Most definitely. And before we wrap up, the gentleman is Mr. Stanley Stallworth, and he spearheaded the American Justice She Ain't Blind exhibition.
July 21st.
Yes, July 21st at the Jazz Foundation, 2635 South Wabash. All right, I got it. Got it that time. 2635 South Wabash. All right. What time was that? Is that an all-day thing? Yeah, just check it out at the website, racializedjustice.com. I'm going to flash to this website right quick. They trying to run me off the air. They waving at me through the window and everything. All right, racializedjustice.com. Once again, I'm your host, Mr. Medina, with the Englewood Enterprise Gallery, 7039 South Wentworth Avenue. This is the Shy Ride Show. Thank you for joining us. Thanks for all of my guests. Thanks for all of the supporters over the last, 2 years of the gallery being around. And we appreciate y'all and everything that you do. All right, I think that's it. Y'all have a good evening. Peace and blessings.